I mean, this guy needs a break. Sakurai cannot already be working on his next thing, and it better not be the next Super Smash Bros. Am I right? Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Man, that weekend flew by. It's like the hero of time himself came and said, you're going to the future, because it's Monday and we're ready for another fun day. So thank you so much for joining me as we discuss a really cool new game getting rated for Switch, and you know that means it's coming soon. Plus, we've got big news on Sakurai and his next thing he's working on already. We've also got an update on Kirby's 30th anniversary and a GameCube portable. This thing is so sweet, you gotta see it to believe it. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hope you're all doing fine and fancy today. Put on your cool outfit. Put on your cool shirt. I'm rocking this brand new Zelda sweatshirt I got. It is cozy, it is comfortable, and it is trying to summon Breath of the Wild 2 ASAP. And I'm also going to summon you to hit that like button. It super helps out the channel. And if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely let me know, and let me know your take on today's topics in the comments down below. Pretty darn soon, we'll be able to let you know what we think of Kirby in the Forgotten Land, because that game's out in 11 days. But first, Nintendo decided to announce a brand new part of Kirby's 30th anniversary. Except this time it's not a new game, it is a music fest. Yep, on August 11th over in Tokyo, they're going to be doing their best impression of everything Kirby says. 35 people will be trying to make Kirby sounds in a giant theater with a huge LED monitor with a moving Kirby. Now, this event is obviously in Japan, but it will be live streamed as well. So if you like the dulcet tones of Kirby and you want to soothe your soul with some suckage, then tune in August. I hope there's more than just Music Fest. I don't know, personally, like, gaming music is nice in-game. I don't really listen to it out of game. Am I weird in that way? Do y'all listen to gaming music in your spare time? For me, like, I don't know, I like it in the games and then I kind of leave it. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Kirby, August 11th. Now, sometime around August might be the perfect slot for this next game. In fact, we might be seeing it a whole lot sooner at the upcoming Indie World presentation, because Nintendo loves to have those in sort of mid to late March. But we see an early sneak peek from the Taiwanese rating board, because Fist Forged in Shadow Torch was rated for Switch. And if you've been on the channel any amount of time, you know when one of these games shows up on a ratings board, it's basically inevitable that it's coming to the system. There's the rare chance that it's a glitch in the system, but like 97.5% of the time, it just means it's coming sometime soon and has not yet been announced. Now, this game, if you don't know, is all about a bunny with a giant robotic suit doing big punches and Metroidvania up in a cyberpunk-styled world that reviewed really well on the PlayStation side of things. This game picked up an 80 on Metacritic, and even though they said the combat started out a bit slow and the upgrades were kind of spread apart, they do really enjoy the world, they really enjoy the characters, and they really enjoy the platforming action. I think this one will be really fun on Switch and fill the void that Metroid left after its awesome debut last October. I've personally been wanting to play this since release, and I was like, man, this just seems like it should be on Switch. The combat's supposedly tricky, you eventually get really cool combos, and they say as the game progresses, it does become a very intense action simulator. And it looks so good too. I wonder if it'll run well on Switch, because the game is no slouch. Hopefully we see this one soon popping up at the Indie World perhaps. Let me know if you're excited to play Fist when it hits Switch sometime later this summer. I bet most of you played the GameCube, right? You at least had some experience with the GameCube. Maybe your older brother had one, maybe you had one, maybe, I don't know, Grandma Bessie decided to create a gaming space for you and all of your significant cousins. But this is something I've seen on the internet many times, this fake portable GameCube, and it was sort of like, wow, dream fuel. What if one day Nintendo was able to make a console that small with that good of graphics? And then boom, the Switch came out and surpassed all of our expectations and wildest dreams. But apparently, Ginger of Mods still had this portable GameCube dream and decided to make this thing a reality. And now the render is real. He packed a Wii inside of the smallest form factor, and now he has a perfectly plain GameCube. And the controls are GameCube, but right on like a Game Boy Advance SP core. It looks fantastic. The screen is so nice, and he's playing Super Mario Sunshine, Zelda Wind Waker, and all of it being emulated perfectly because the Wii could just suck up GameCube discs, right? So it just plays it great. This little device has been scurrying around the internet for about 15 years, and now it's finally a physical thing. They do say that the battery life is only about an hour and a half, which feels kind of like the Steam Deck, but maybe even worse. But hey, one person made this. That's freaking sweet, and it makes me want Nintendo to release a classic console of the GameCube, or better yet, put GameCube on Nintendo Switch Online. I mean, or just do Game Boy Advance, because this thing kind of looks like a Game Boy Advance. Basically, Nintendo, you've got such an epic catalog, do more with it. It's been a long time since the GameCube. I mean, this portable idea has been floating around for 15. The GameCube came out many more moons before that. Nintendo, the time has passed. Crack open the vault and deliver us the goods. We're ready. We're ready. Let me know if you're ready. It must feel great to be the king. To be the king game developer, king game designer, the one who's just the most valuable. Because that's the award that our friend Sakurai just soaked up over at the Famitsu Dengeki Game Awards 2021. In 2022, he picked up the Most Valuable Creator Award given to Masahiro Sakurai for being like the GOAT. Right, this guy is Smash Bros. And he puts his heart, soul, and sometimes body into these projects to the point that like you can just feel Sakurai in the Switch cartridge. Now, of course, we've given Sakurai high fives for years for creating the ultimate Smash Bros, the best seller ever, and it's so good. The fighter roster is impeccable and the DLC was great, but we also wanted to give him naps. That was the gift that we tried to bestow upon this guy and said, dude, go away, take your time, do nothing. And he sort of said that he was gonna do that, but in this interview related to this prestigious award, Sakurai has not been following the plan. Mr. Forever Young said, I have been away for a while now, but I am working on something. Sakurai, we told you, you gotta take a break. Like, this dude is going to literally run himself out of existence. I don't know how he does it. He's been to the point of hospitalization for his game development. He's kind of crazy. He says, my eyes may be a little bit tired. You may see me in the near future in a place that has nothing to do with game production. Now, is that a tease to try and appease? Or is he being honest, right? Is he actually working on like Nintendo's next big thing and he's just trying to keep it under wraps because that's what Nintendo loves to do? I worry that Sakurai is back at it on Smash Bros. I'm really genuinely worried that Nintendo is like, dude, we're ready to go. Now, my dream would be that Sakurai takes a break and then works on a new IP. I think he'd be the perfect creator to helm up the next thing. He himself said that like Smash Bros needs to evolve. It needs to change, it needs to grow, and he's ready to pass the torch to some new creators so that the new Smash Bros can feel different and not just feel like it beats the heart of Sakurai, even if a lot of fans would probably prefer that. But he does say that you may or may not be able to see me. I hope to see you again in the future. Thank you very much for your time. So perhaps he is being honest here and maybe he is working on something different. And so I was trying to sleuth out what could Sakurai be on. We know that Miyamoto has been hard at work prepping the Super Mario Bros. Movie for theaters later this year. He's also been hard at work on Super Nintendo World, divining a real physical place to represent the games that he created. And I think both of those projects would really appeal to Sakurai. I think getting a cinematic flair for his Smash Bros. Universe would be something he'd feel epic about. Remember when Subspace Emissary came out and he was putting all these cutscenes and then he was like, oh, people posted them on YouTube. I feel like he holds the idea of the lore, the world, the cutscenes very near and dear. And maybe if Nintendo is moving towards Hollywood, maybe he wants to hitch a ride. But maybe he also finds fun in theme park development. I have to imagine that after building games inside of cartridges and TVs, like blowing that out and being like, boom, you can ride it, is so darn tantalizing. I have to imagine that feels so rewarding to see your creation in the physical world. Kids can go laugh and play on it. And we know Miyamoto has worked hard to make the awesome Mario Kart ride, the Yoshi Dark ride, and they are working on a Donkey Kong expansion with Roller Coaster. In fact, we just found out that Super Nintendo World will be opening in Hollywood, California next year, which is super soon. Could Sakurai be teaming up with Miyamoto to work on some sort of other expansion? A big e-ticket style ride for Smash Bros. Imagine like a ride kind of like Flight of Passage over in Pandora at Animal Kingdom. If you don't know, it's like an avatar-based ride where you ride a Banshee and it's great 3D technology and it feels like you're flying in that world. Where you were in the Subspace Emissary, where you were participating in a big Smash Bros. Brouhaha and fighting alongside all the cool cast of characters. Immersive awesome, futuristic, and an about face, something new and fun. Maybe Sakurai really is gonna find a new passion and a new thing to work on. Now, I have no idea what he's actually up to, and part of me suspects it's going to be a game and he just doesn't want to tell us. But then again, I think it would be sweet to see him try his hand at something else. He's been so successful in this space, I have to imagine like the dude is gonna kill it wherever he goes. I just hope he doesn't burn out himself in the process. Like, dude, boy, take some naps, man. Rest up. Give yourself like a year or two off. Smash Bros. Had to take a freaking decade off your life with how much work was poured into the most recent entry. So Sakurai, he can't keep away. He's back at it. What do you think he's working on, and what do you want him to work on? Smash? A new IP? Or like movie/theme park? Definitely sound off and let me know. I'm really curious what you guys all think. And you know I'm curious about your poll opinion, so make sure to turn that notification bell on, subscribe, and stay up to date on the polls on the community tab, posted every weekday evening. This is where your voice can be heard, and thousands, dozens of thousands of people every day are getting to be a part of this. So last night I asked which big Nintendo Switch game is getting a delay next. Look, it's the year of delays. It's still happening. It still will happen. There's been something like 14 odd games already been delayed in 2022. Some of them pushed to later in the year, some of them pushed out of the year entirely. Will Nintendo do it? Will Splatoon 3, Bayonetta 3, Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, or Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Now, this is a very, very definitive poll because 73% of you think Zelda is going to be the next delay. And that hurts my shirt and my heart, and I'm just not even gonna say it. I see the reasons. I know it's plausible. But Nintendo has said nothing thus far, and we're already mid-March. I have to imagine with how apologetic they were about Metroid Prime 4, if they knew a delay, they would divulge. So I'm going with Bayonetta 3. I think Nintendo will hit Splatoon because they haven't given a set date. Like, I think they have some room for error, and they'll probably release it late summer. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, they dated. They don't do that unless they're confident. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet seems like another that could slip, especially given the success of Pokemon Legends Arceus in January, but I'm pretty sure they'll want that for the holiday gaming season. That leaves Bayonetta 3 as a game that has been in the works for a while, does not have a set date, and Platinum, they take their time. Rightfully so, right? But they take their time, and so if I had to bet, I'd say Bayonetta 3. I understand Zelda, but I'm just not saying it. I'm going to will this game into a 2022 existence. We're gonna be playing it later this year. That is my wish. And I also wish that all of you have a wonderful rest of your day. Make sure you're staying safe, staying healthy, staying happy, staying positive out there. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for sharing some of your Monday morning with me. I love you guys a lot. I'll see you next time. Until then, thanks again. SwitchForce, out.